Hello everyone, my name's Bottletophornet, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. As you can see, I've started to do a little bit of work gathering my 2x2, my Noah's Ark over here. All I need is some pigs, but I've got the other types of animals that I do want to have over on this island. Got myself some horses, and I figured I'd just do that mostly in between episodes just to make sure that I could find some. I didn't want to spend a long time looking for them. And the other thing that I've been doing in between episodes is actually working on this mountain. So I built almost the entire thing. I got most of the stone down, put what dirt and grass I had available. I still need a lot more, so I'm going to have to go gather some more resources, and I still need a lot of sandstone to actually bring that down to the bottom of the ocean. But as you can see, a lot of work gone into this, and one thing that I do want to show you guys, which I think just looks amazing, is the inside of this. Look at it. I really feel like when I update to 1.17 and get stuff like the little glowing vines and whatnot, I might do a big build in here or something to really make use of this beautiful lighting and color. Maybe make some big stalactites and whatnot hanging down and make a large mossy cave of my own. We'll see what happens, but I just think that looks awesome. There is obviously mobs everywhere right now. I'm going to have to do a little bit of work to add some buttons into those different areas, but it's probably a bit dark, so we're going to stick out here. So we have this little crater ready to place a tower in the middle of and fill with lava potentially. So once I come up with a design for the towers on the outskirts, I think I might try and get one or two onto this island just so that I have some practice and have a little time to look at it and see whether I'm happy with how it turned out. But rambling aside, as I usually am wont to do, we're going to head over onto this island and set up some pens, some little fields for our animals. So we're going to do a little bit of a renovation of this area here and see if I can come up with something that I like the design of. So my idea is to maybe grab these animals that I have and make a central sort of stable barn area that all 5 of the different fields or the different paddocks that I make over here are sort of connected to. I want to have it so that I have an area for the horses, some shelter for all the different animals, and maybe even a chicken coop where I can have them breeding and dropping their eggs. And I'm going to try and see whether or not it ends up being 5 separate fields or whether it just ends up being one large one and I decorate it to work that way. So, not exactly sure. It's one of those things that I'm going to have to see how it turns out once I actually start building. But first things first, I need to grab a couple of boats and see if I can go out and find myself 2 pigs. So let's head over to the base. I'll get myself prepared, probably get a couple more rockets into the inventory, and we'll go for a little fly and see what we can find. Okay, so I got myself 2 boats, which is all I'll need because I only want 2 of them, and an extra stack of rockets. And I'm going to go out probably as close as I can. I want to try and see whether I can find some without having to travel too far. Ideally, some just over here would be great. This is mostly where I got the other animals from, just around this area. But I didn't see any pigs, so we're just going to fly. Oh, look at that. The pink. Ah, wonderful. I didn't bring anything. Do you like golden carrots? Damn it. Okay, so we know they're here. There's also some bees, which I haven't done anything with yet in this series, but I do want to do something eventually. All right, back to base, grab some carrots. I think they like carrots. And then we'll come and grab these guys and put them in some boats and bring them over to the island. Okay. All right. Now we have the stuff that we need. Luckily, it was pretty close, so we didn't waste too much time. So just over here, grab these guys, try and land without dying because I do not want to lose my levels. I'll see if I can... Oh, there's a skeleton down there. We'll try and avoid him. Get the both of these. We're going around, boys. So without too much effort, we can grab these. That's great. I was really worried that I might have had to go for a huge explore to find myself what I needed. So we'll just quickly put a boat down. Damn it. Here, get in there. Wonderful. And then you come over here as well, please. And get in the boat. Yes. Cool. All right, we'll bring those over and then I can finally get started. And I'll just see you guys in a second once I have them over there. Wonderful. Oh, we caught him right as it did that. Anyway, hold on. Let's test our luck. No. So, I've got myself the animals that I want and that I'll be able to breed up once I get them into the pens. I have my 2 horses as well, and I've grabbed myself some materials, a shulker full of cobblestone, stone, and andesite, as well as a shulker full of oak leaves. So if any of you watched the Farmstead Freestyle Friday that I did a little while back, I'm going to sort of work a little bit like I did with that wall around the perimeter, where I mixed together some stone, some cobblestone, mossy, and the andesite, and sort of bring up a little bit of a detailed wall, fairly decent height, that will hopefully contain most of the animals. And then somewhere around the midway point of this curved section, if I just jump up into the air, actually we'll go up here. I haven't had a look at the whole area while it's been built up here. Okay. Ooh. So we can see the true scale of our mountain that we built over there. Still needs some work and details and whatnot to make it feel a little bit more normal like this. Definitely needs some work around the water's edge to bring up some different beach-like areas and definitely let that grass spread across there as well. But if we look down here, oh yeah, this is a much better vantage point. So in the middle-ish section here, I want to build the larger stables, not warehouse, barn sort of area, I suppose you'd call it. And then maybe in a bit of a scoop like this, think like a bean shape around the outside, I want to make that wall. And then we have the trees and whatnot on the outside so that the wall's a little bit hidden, feels like it's a little bit more based in the greenery and the nature of the whole build. And then when you're walking on the inside of this path here, you'll definitely see that it's all contained. And I might have some fenced areas where we have sort of the higher bits of stone, but then have some see-through areas that I use normal fencing to make a visible area. So that's sort of the plan. And then at a later date, I think maybe once I upgrade to 1.17 and we get some of the new materials, I might build a farmhouse up here as well. So with that, I think we're going to jump into a time-lapse fairly early on in this episode. I'm going to see if I can come up with an area. And then once I have, I'm sort of floating off the edge here. That's ridiculous. There we go. Physics, what are they? Once I have an area built up and hopefully a bit of a barn house, as well as the area nice and secure so I can get all the animals in and they won't escape, we'll then get in there and start breeding and seeing if we can do some detailing and adjust some things if necessary. So, I hope you enjoy this time lapse and I'll see you on the other side. Oh boy. Woo! Ah. I didn't want to risk it too much. I was scared. Okay. Time lapse time. All right, which one of you wants to go in first? You. How do I break free of this? How do I? Oh God. Okay. Welcome back, folks. As you can see, we're all done. Turned out a little different to what I was originally planning. I ended up making one large field rather than trying to split it up because I didn't really know if it would work in the shape of the island that I had. But I really like it. I think it's great. This little spot in here, we're a bit close to the ceiling, but I can put my horses into these little pens here. I'm not going to put any gates over the front. It'll just be hitched to the post and hopefully they stay in there. So I could breed up a couple of horses in this area. And then there's a little shaded spot where some of the animals can get in and stay out of the rain or the weather. And other than that, we're going to keep it pretty much open field. I'll definitely do some more detailing around here with different types of grass, probably spreading around. I have some bone meal. So just like that, spreading the bone meal, getting some grass and changing things up a little bit. I had to grow some trees to get some extra wood, but we might spread and diversify the pods all around here a little bit as well. But man, I think that looks so cool. I really like the darker colors, but adding the cobblestone, it's not something that I've really built with for a while, so I enjoy it. I think just a little touch of green in the mossy cobblestone works really well with the greenery of the leaves around there. And yeah, all we have to do is just add some... horse on the house. Or the barn, I suppose. So yeah, just add a little bit more trees around the outside, and I'll probably grow some larger ones, maybe make some custom ones to encapsulate the back edge of the wall, I think. Try and hide it. You're in my way. Try and hide it behind some trees a little bit so that that wall isn't as sticky outy, if that makes sense. And it'll also mean that any spot where an animal could potentially get up and jump up all the blocks that I've made, like just here, for example. Hopefully I can limit that and make it so that they can't escape. So now all that's left to do is bring them over. I think if I can hop off here and put you on there. So he should stay there. That's great. These two are the easy ones to get across because, well, I can just ride them over there. And what happened to the... Oh, I put it back on him. There we go. He's a little bit slower, but I might be able to breed them up. That's right. He had a decent jump. Cool. So we'll go into this little part of the stable here and get on there. Wonderful. I really like this design. I think it turned out spectacularly. I might do a little bit of, maybe something like this and this, just to cover that up in there. Oh, I can just reach it. Cool. That's a little bit better. Oh, it's just started to rain. Perfect way to show off how this little spot in here would be a nice sheltered area where they can come in out of the wet, still have a nice view of the sky, and it's nice and bright in here. But we might set up some hay as well. Actually, that's a good idea. Let's go see if we can find some hay, since I'm pretty sure I've had some since near the beginning of the game, since I started this world. Ow. And we'll set up a few bales over there just for the animals. Perfect. And I love how it's just this little spot over there now. Now, obviously, being dark, we are getting a lot of spawns over here. But in general, I tend to sleep through the night, so it's not a huge deal. Cool. Chuck that there. We might put a couple here as well. Just a little splash of color to see through the greenery. And we'll do a decent... a decent stack at the back like this. Cool. I would put some down here, but I don't want to ruin the dirt there that I've turned into pathing. So just a couple more across here should be perfect. One more. Very nice. So I'm going to go sleep and we'll see whether we can transfer the rest of the animals over here. And then we're going to have to work out a way to lock them in. I think temporarily it's just going to be a couple of fences across there until I come up with a decent design. But I do not want to hang around here much longer and I need to get rid of this rain. So I'll be back in the morning. Alrighty. It's time for these guys to get out of those boats and hopefully up into that pen over there. So how am I going to do this? If I press F3 and B, we can get the hitboxes up and make sure that I don't hit these guys. Wonderful and wonderful. And then should be able to just get out this wheat. And if you will get up here and follow me, you can come over to your new home. This is fun. It's been a while since I played with animals on Minecraft. Most of the time I pretty quickly outgrow the need for farming them, but I like the idea of actually just setting them up here without the need to necessarily make leather out of these guys or anything like that. This way they have a nice, happy little home, and we might quickly just breed them up. Yeah, and of course we get the oh no get down. Ah, that was the one spot that I talked about just before, about them being able to get up there. Ooh, I'll have a quick look around the perimeter again just to make sure. Oh, they can probably get up there. No, they shouldn't be able to jump up to that spot. I think they'd be pretty hard pressed to get up anywhere else. Oh, there. That's definitely a spot they could get up. Got to be nice and careful. Okay. Pretty safe. So I'm just going to quickly fence that area off and I can actually walk through there. That's amazing. Can they? The babies might be able to walk through there, but I don't think this one can. No. Okay. Well, that's a fine temporary setup. It'll keep the larger ones in. The babies might go for a little bit of a wander, but hopefully not too bad. All right. Time for the chickens. I got some seeds, so they should follow me across here. Perfect. Now, these ones are the ones that are most likely to slip through those little gaps, so we'll just have to watch them. But I think I'll put some gates on that bit over there, and we might be able to hold this seeds in our hands and actually craft them while they're following along. Oh, I can turn those hitboxes off. Think skinny thoughts. Yeah. All right. They don't oh, they can get up the outside though. Come on. Get in here. You can do it. Wonderful. So I might bring them over into this area. And every time I bring in a new pair, we're just going to breed them up. And yeah, wonderful. I'll just quickly make a couple of fences. The gates, that's what I'm after. Like so. These ones are a little bit nicer. Yeah, that's way better. So I can open those up whenever I need to get through, but they shouldn't be able to jump over it. Cool. I'll make 2 more. Wonderful. That's clean enough for now. I'll have to come up with some sort of archway design over here that looks half decent. Maybe almost a little roofed area again, a little bit like what we have over here. Apparently we have a trapped baby. Ah, good. But I think something along the similar build palette as what we have over there, just here. Could definitely raise that up there and build a triangular section to just cover this gate area. I'll have to think about that one. Or if you guys have any ideas for that gate, let me know in the comments. I might give it a bit of time and see whether you guys inspire me, as you quite often do. All right, sheep time. Once again, if anyone doesn't know how to do the hitboxes like I'm doing, it is F3 and B, the letter B for bugs, and that's on Java. So that just allows you to bring up the hitboxes for anything and everything in the game. Anything that's an entity or a mob will show off some form of hitbox. So if I do it again over here, you can see the fish over there in the ocean, egg and the boat, they all have a hitbox. And it shows the direction that they're facing as well. Very convenient if you're doing different bits and pieces. You can also press F3 and G to show your chunk borders, which is helpful in making some farms or looking for certain materials. There's a couple of others, but that's definitely the most useful of them. Now we're probably going to attract ourselves some cows as we come over here, but I should be able to open those up and bring them in like this. We'll give you a little bit of that, make a baby sheep. Yeah, little cutie. Oh, I love this. I love that I'm getting a little farm set up, and I like the idea of adding some crops to this island as well, and really making it nice and dense with farmland. A nice big farm manor or a farmstead up top of here. Ooh, I love this creative stuff. I love coming up with little fun ideas, and I love the fact that while we're doing big things and generating some big story in the background and lore behind the reasoning for this area, we also have the time to just have some sheep and some cows and some pigs and make a nice little place for them to live. I don't know. Do you guys like that as well? I kind of think it's fun. Anyway, pig time. I'm just over here rambling as per usual. Get these guys out without hitting them. Okay, now we're talking. That'll be about the last time I need to use the hitboxes. And once these guys are located over in the farm area, we have the animals. Maybe one day I'll try and get some rabbits over here or some foxes as well. But I think the foxes will probably kill the chickens. So don't necessarily want to risk that. Okay, get you guys loving and baby pig. Yeah. This is nice. This is a way more relaxed episode than building a big mountain or something like that. Ah, I got some pets. I got some livestock, got a nice little barn over here, cows wandering around, some horsies that we can breed up, maybe try and find some donkeys at some point as well, just to fill up these little stables in here. Yeah. And another day well spent. Cool. So I might just sleep for the night again. We'll, these guys are eating all of the grass, so we might transfer and convert some of them over to coarse dirt and some of this podzol as well, just to make things a little bit nicer looking. Maybe add something like a path across here to meet up with what we have at the front of that, and break that up a little bit as well. Cool. Something like that. All right. Now I need to sleep. And do I have stuff that I need? I have a couple of pieces of podzol and coarse dirt. I should be able to get some more podzol by actually removing the stuff that I have over... Oh, go through the gate. Silly. Removing the stuff that I have here and replacing it with the grass itself. I just want to be careful that I don't accidentally open it and drop one of my animals in there. So just going to replace it instantly like that. And then that way we don't lose any of the hard work of getting these guys over here. I just want to quickly jump down underneath and see what it looks like. So I think over here, yeah, you can see the underside of the barn where I opened things up a bit and just did some adjustments for the foundation. But there's heaps and heaps of room under here for, say if we ever wanted to make an automatic sheep farm that had all the different colors, we could set that up underneath here. It's thinking about it, it seems a little bit wrong to have the facade of a nice paradise up top, but underneath we have the worker sheep. It feels bad. But I do like how much room we have under here and in all of these islands. I mean, there's so much potential for so many things. Oh no, that was my last rocket and I missed. Okay. That's fine. Well, let me see if I can just touch up the grass and everything around here in maybe a quick 10-second time lapse. Hey, baby cow. And then we should be done with this area. There's plenty more we can add to this island over time. Maybe this middle section here between that and the future house up there, we could add some nice organically shaped farm areas for crops. There's a good bit of land here once I remove some trees, but I really like just seeing the little bits and pieces up over the top of things. So many nice sight lines around this island as you move around and get to see more and more showing itself, just peeking through in different places. Yeah. All right. 10-second time-lapse time. Whoop. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with that. Just added a little bit more depth to the area so that it wasn't so plain looking with all the just flat grass. And I added a couple of little rocks with some lights around just so that it's a little bit brighter in the middle of the night and maybe limit the spawns a little bit as far as our hostile mobs go. And I don't think they can spawn on path blocks as well, so we did drastically reduce the amount of spawnable space. And yeah, I just love it. This whole build has just come together so nicely, and I don't know what else I can say other than it's just, I've impressed myself and I'm really, really happy. I do just love these colors. There's just something about the dark oak with the spruce. Oh, so good. And so, a couple of things I want to mention before the end of the episode. One, very soon I'll be releasing a Discord server, a place where all of us can come and hang out and chat, a place we can talk about these episodes, as well as I can share screenshots and little behind the scenes things, and you guys can share screenshots with me. The other thing I do want to mention is I'm looking at making myself a community server, a Java server that we can get a decent amount of people on that I'll occasionally jump on and build myself some little things, maybe do an episode here or there with a little walkthrough, looking at your guys' creations. And that's something that we would definitely talk about on the Discord and be able to use it for both this Let's Play and also talking about our shenanigans on the server. I should quickly sleep. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. For starters, I think I'd probably make the server small enough. I don't think too many people will want to jump on and play, but at the same time, I do want to have room for expansion. So I've been looking into some really good quality servers where I can add some quality of life plugins, and mostly it would be PvE. I'd probably disable PvP because I want it to be about building and creating some pretty things as part of a community. So there's that. Also, my Patreon supporters, which I would like to thank as well, would get VIP status. So you'd get a few benefits for being on the server and being a Patreon supporter. Things like priority for logging in and a bunch of other fun little bonuses. So thank you to Tom, my level 3 Patreon supporter. I really appreciate your support as always. And to the rest of my Patreon supporters, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you guys just putting towards my work, and the support you guys have given me is allowing me to actually probably start this server and run it in a way that allows me to get something of really high quality and something that'll run lag free and be able to handle a decent community building on it. So thank you guys so much. I really, really, really do appreciate it. I don't know how else to reinforce that because you guys blow me away. With that being said, and the little bit of information given out to you guys, I'm going to end the episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed this little build. I really do like it. I think it's come up beautifully. I love the detail and the depth of detail in this area. And I'm looking forward to adding more to this island. I think it's going to be truly incredible once I fill it out with more farmland in the middle and more little buildings and bits and pieces all spread around. It's exciting. So I'm going to do some more work on some mountains in between episodes, trying to get a little bit done. I hope you guys take care of yourselves until the next episode, and I'll see you then. Yeah, look at it in the background. That's cool. Okay. Bye-bye, guys. Whoop.